In my unboxing, I had a hypothesis that because these were a 4-way stretch, they would actually fade faster. My thinking there was because they stretch, they would stretch the cotton out, making the material a little bit thinner, and it would just wear a little bit quicker. Now, this is from hindsight when talking Levi's here, moved from being like 100% cotton to having some spandex, some elastane, and they just ended up wearing out super fast. So my thinking was, okay, these are selvage denim, they're a little bit heavier, well, much heavier than the crappy Levi's that I've given up on years ago, but because those Levi's had stretch, they would usually thin out a lot faster and wear out in the knees and fade a lot faster. So that was kind of my thinking from past experience with crappy jeans. I didn't find that to be the case at all. Now, these are 96% cotton and 4% polyurethane. And to my knowledge, this is the first time I've had jeans with polyurethane in them. Everything I've ever had was either spandex or elastane. So I think the stretch material that's in these is different and certainly more durable than a pair of cheap Levi's that you get for $40 to $60, especially since these are $268 as opposed to $40. So definitely better material. So my thinking was based on past experience and I was completely wrong. Because as you can see, there's not a lot of fades on these at all. One fade that is noticeably missing would be the cell phone fade. I don't have it in my front left pocket, which is normally where I carry my cell phone, because I've been carrying my phone in my back left pocket. Now, the reason I switched where I carry my cell phone was simply I got sick of having that cell phone fade in the front pocket of my pants, so I started carrying my back left pocket. So let's talk about the rest of the fades. There's not that many, and usually in my experience, heavier weight denim certainly fades faster. But you're looking at like 2 to 3 months before you really start to see fades. Heavier weight sometimes fades after, I'm seeing, depending upon how much use and wear, about a month to start to see some stuff. You'll get some of your fades in the stack or in the honeycombs in the back of the knees. You might get some stacking if you don't cuff. Depending upon what you carry in your front pocket, you'll get some fades there. And for me, mainly, it's my back right pocket. I get a wallet fade and a knife fade that I've switched back to carrying my my folding blade. That's a story in upon itself. But I'm not getting a lot of fades in these jeans. Again, it goes back to I have been wearing them nearly as much as I would in the winter and the fall. It's just been too hot, but the jeans have been holding up. So if you want your fades in these jeans, you're gonna have to work at it. But I think once they start to fade, they have a nice indigo color to them. You're gonna see some nice high contrast fades. And I think after about another month or so of heavy wear in these, now that the weather is cooling down and I'll be wearing jeans more so than shorts, these would start to fade out very, very nicely. Because they are a slim fit, I think you're gonna get some nice whiskers up here in the pockets. They're still gonna start to look really, really good in the pockets. And I think you're gonna get some good honeycombing behind the knees. Once you start to get some of those warmer days, maybe get a little bit of the sweat, and then you cool down at night and you're still wearing your jeans, sitting in them, moving around, you're gonna start to develop some really nice fades and some really, really nice patina in these jeans. So I think these have some high potential.